Okay, you're live.
Okay. Thank you.
Judge.
Yeah. Good afternoon. It is time 1:02. I call to order Fort Bend County Commissioners Court meeting, Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. Madam Clerk.
At this time, I'd like to conduct a roll call of our court members to confirm our quorum of participants. Commissioner Morales, Precinct 1, I don't believe is on quite yet, so I'll move on. Commissioner Prestage, Precinct 2.
You're muted, Grady. Present.
Commissioner Myers, Precinct 3.
I'm here.
Commissioner DeMerchant, Precinct 4.
Present.
Let the record show that I, Laura Richard, County Clerk, am also present and taking minutes of this meeting. In addition, I'd like to confirm our ancillary attendees. Office of the County Attorney, Representative Michelle Turner.
Present.
Auditor Ed Sturdivant.
Present.
Director of Finance and Investments, Pamela Googles.
Present.
From time to time, other county officials will be asked to identify themselves as the matters arise that impact their respective offices. For clarity and recording purposes, please identify yourself each time you speak.
Okay. Okay, at this point, item number 2, invocation and pledges of allegiance by Commissioner Andy Myers. Commissioner?
Yes. Will you join me in prayer, please? Heavenly Father, we come before you, thanking you for the many blessings you bestowed on us, our nation, our state. Father, as we consider the issues before us today, we ask for your guidance, your wisdom, your courage, that all we do will be for your sake, your glory, and for the betterment of our community. In your holy name, we pray these things. Amen.
Amen.
All right, will you join me first to the pledge to our nation's flag, followed by the pledge to our state flag, our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the state flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. We will move on. Item number 3, approve minutes of regular meeting held on February 2nd, 2021. Do I have a motion?
Myers moves approval of the minutes.
Merchant second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So motion, in the absence of Commissioner Morales, motion passes 4-0. And item number 4, public comments regarding the agenda and announcements.
You missed. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Public comments regarding the agenda and announcement. One scheduled comment we need to make today, and I wanted to invite Beatrice Galland, Human Resources announcement regarding Fort Bend County diversity and inclusion, employee development and training effort. Beatrice, you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you taking the time and put something like this together. And please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners. Good afternoon. My name is Beatrice Galan, and I am the HR Generalist for training at Fort Bend County. And I'm here to announce an upcoming development session for the employees of Fort Bend County. As many know, Fort Bend County proudly supports one of the fastest growing and most diverse counties in the United States. Here at Fort Bend County, we encourage cultural development and ethnic diversity within our workforce. We do this with our equal opportunity policy, awareness, development, and supporting countywide events that take place throughout the year. To further support our workforce efforts, we're announcing our upcoming Fort Bend County Employee Development and Training on the topic of unconscious bias to be held on February 24th, 2021. We will have multiple virtual sessions scheduled. We will be posting this employee training on Fort Bend County's intranet, and we will send an email to employees inviting them to attend the training. We look forward to additional events and programs in the future that continue to support our mission to make Fort Bend County a diverse and inclusive workplace that mirrors the great county that we live in. Thank you and have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Beatrice. Appreciate for you being here. If somebody, we are getting an echo. If you could, other than those who are not participating, if you could mute your microphone, that would be good. Okay, it's getting better now. Okay, now I want to say thank you to thousands of residents who got vaccinated last week. We have, I personally visited all these sites numerous times. Saturday, I spent a lot of time at our vaccination sites. It's an amazing experience, and I'm glad to see that many of our seniors and people who got a compromised immune system, et cetera, getting the protection they deserve and need. I would like to thank our Health and Human Services, Office of Emergency Management, IT, purchasing teams, and as well as our partners, definitely our partners like Access Health and Memorial Hermann for this massive undertaking to get out this important vaccine to our community. And I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. And now I will invite our Health and Human Services Director, Dr. Jacqueline Minter, to provide us an update on COVID vaccine distribution related activities in our county. Dr. Minter? Welcome, Commissioner Morales. Thank you. Nice to see you.
So good afternoon, Judge. Yes, good afternoon, Judge. Thank you so much. So the number of laboratory confirmed cases of COVID-19 stands at 46,775 as of yesterday afternoon, with 38,603 recoveries and 455 people sadly have lost their lives due to complications of COVID-19. And although we continue to see new cases and new deaths, we are encouraged that we have passed the peak in the growth of our cases, and we are seeing a sustained downward trend. Our new cases reported is still higher. The average new cases is still going to be higher than our summer surge. However, we've experienced over a 22% decrease in the past weeks in that rate of growth. And this is expected as we have passed the period where the holiday travel and gatherings have affected the disease spread in our community. The consistent decrease in cases and hospitalizations is being seen throughout the Houston region, and it's a welcome sight. And as we continue to mask and distance, we also, as you mentioned, are all participating in this national vaccination effort. According to the Department of State Health Services, there have been over 70,000 first doses of vaccine administered in Fort Bend County since December. And this is by all the providers in Fort Bend, including our private and public partners. Over 25,000 people have received first and or second doses of vaccine at Fort Bend County operated sites. And we've benefited greatly from the partnerships you've mentioned, Judge, with Access Health, also with Next Level Urgent Care and with Memorial Hermann in order to vaccinate our community. This is in addition to the other hospitals, large and small pharmacies, private providers, physicians' offices, clinics all over. Everybody has joined the effort. And then, as you said, the community has joined as well. So we're really happy about that. We know that getting vaccinated is the major part of an effort to get us back to where we want to be with our family, friends, neighbors, working and going to school as we did before. But while we wait for supply to meet the demand, we do ask that people continue to mask and distance until we get enough people vaccinated that we can do so safely. Thank you, Judge.
Beautiful. Dr. Minter, I just wanted to say, when we talk in general, HHS, your leadership, your team, doing an amazing job, and also people need to understand in Fort Bend County, Dr. Minter and her team work 24/7. And Sunday afternoon, evening, I called Dr. Minter and something about I wanted to discuss something about vaccine distribution activities. I said, sorry to bother you at home. She said, no, I'm not at home. I am at some senior center where people are getting vaccinated. And so that kind of people serve our county. And so I really, really appreciate all your hard work. And sometimes, I need to say this because sometimes people don't see who is doing what behind the scene. Thank you and I call you Sunday evening and Saturday and all that stuff. You're always out there doing this. I just wanted to say thank you. Move on to the next, and we have numerous people signed up to speak. And I just wanted to remind all participants, we definitely welcome the public comment input specifically on agenda items, and we are here to serve you, and your voice is important to us. And once again, I repeat, any participant must speak on specific agenda item as identified in your public participation form. And additionally, this platform is for a meaningful conversation, and no one can demean any individual or group or insult the honesty and integrity of someone else. The rules are available to everyone on county website. That being said, please, at this point, I will invite the first speaker signed up to speak today, Vishalakshi Magdam, and she is signed up to talk about agenda item number 24G. Ma'am, please go ahead.
Okay,
you have 3 minutes. Yeah.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Vishalakshi Magdum, and I'm going to speak on agenda item number 24G. It's about providing day shelter and rapid rehousing through the Emergency Solution Grant Program COVID-19. I have a few questions regarding this item. Why does the court feel there is a necessity for these facilities? Because I have read in ABC 13 news article that people affected by COVID-19 shutdown and job loss are asking the county court to release the fund from rental assistance program, and they are complaining that there is no application form on the website for them to apply for these funds. I hope you are aware of this news. On the other side, I also hear that there are no people available for applying these programs. How would they possibly do that when there's no access for them to reach the court to request that? So what is the real story here? Are the applications being rejected because they don't satisfy the eligibility to receive these funds? I hope these funds reach the right people. So if there are no people requiring these housing and rental help, then why these facilities are being built? Is this preparation for pandemic too? If so, I'm assuming there will be more mass testing, isolating people for quarantine in these facilities, enforcing mask wearing, forced vaccination, and continuation of the same measures and restrictions, and maybe even more stringently this time. These restrictions will be enforced again by ignoring other alternatives like hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and multivitamins as preventive medicines, which are well researched and backed by numerous studies and real science and not pseudoscience. Also, keeping in mind these don't have adverse effects like vaccines. I reiterate, the vaccines are not approved or licensed by FDA. So now, is there a possibility for the county judge and the commissioners to make a statement to the press and on Facebook Live that people with medical conditions who are unable to wear masks should not be harassed by people, managers, staff, and employees of retail businesses? And law enforcement officers should not be called to issue warning of trespassing. I don't know why this is being encouraged so much, because this is clearly violation of constitutional laws, civil rights, and ADA, and also governor's exemption order. Retail stores, schools, and other businesses should not be encouraged and empowered to enforce any medical device like mask, as masks are recognized as medical device by FDA. And we all know masks do not prevent the spread of infection. So please get rid of them. We are also waiting in anticipation for your answers to our previous questions in the previous meetings, which we have not received yet. So thank you for your time.
Let's move on to next person. Here, public participant number 2, Bonnie Anderson. Please state your name, and I understand that you will be speaking on 12B agenda item. Please go ahead.
Yes, hi, thank you for your time. My name is Bonnie Anderson. I will be speaking today on agenda item 12B. So this is the roof replacement for the Bob Lutz Library. This is the public library located in Fulshire off FM 359. It's a library actually near and dear to my heart because I've taken my children here many times to explore the books and attend the story reading times. But unfortunately, this library is closed, and it's been closed for almost a year. It's surrounded by open businesses, including cafes, gyms, and grocery stores, yet this and all other county libraries remain closed. I did speak with the staff at the Bob Lutz Library yesterday, and they are aware of no plans in the near future, anytime in the near future, to open. So let's just talk for a minute about why libraries are important cornerstones of a healthy community. Libraries give people the opportunity to find jobs, explore medical research, experience new ideas, get lost in stories. They're a place for gathering. They're essential to families who do not necessarily have the resources to stock, large libraries with books and publications, especially those marginalized families and those who may not have access, like I said, to books at home. Libraries provide taxpayer-funded educational resources to everyone free of charge. In a library, it doesn't matter how much money you have. The same resources are available to everyone, regardless of your socioeconomic status. Librarians also are an essential resource to our community. They help you find books. They've been known to provide assistance with computer training.
Can I stop you, ma'am? We are talking about replacing the roof, and you're talking about a whole different subject. So
I'm not talking about a different subject, and I would appreciate it.
No, excuse me.
I'm not talking about a different.
No. Listen.
I'm not talking about a different. I'm not talking about a different subject. May I finish?
No. Move on. Let's move on to the next.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the.
Charles, please go ahead. Let's move on to the next person. Public participant number 3, Surekha Patil. And Surekha, you will be talking about agenda item 24G. Please go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead. And you're speaking about agenda item number 24G. Please go ahead.
Yes, I would like to talk about item 24G. This is about the rental program for the COVID assistance. I would like to know why it is necessary when there is too much spending going on already. I feel it's not required. And also in India, where I come from, the state government and local government district level actually prepare the kits with the preventive medicines and supplements and distributed to the general public. They also tested only symptomatic patients. There was no mass testing. I'm in touch with all my friends and family who are all doctors and have.
Hold on, ma'am. 1 second. Do you have anything to talk about this specific item? This is money moving from one fund to the other. Do you have anything to talk about? Because you have to stick with the specific agenda item. Please go ahead, and I will give you one more opportunity. Please talk about this item.
Yes, I'm talking about 24G. What I would like to rather believe that observational studies of the doctors who actually treated their patients early than the randomized control studies.
Charles, please go ahead and cut that person off. You have to talk about specific item. So let's move on. I will have to interrupt because I specifically said we appreciate your participation, but you have to stick with the agenda item. If you have any issues to talk about, you cannot point out an agenda item and then talk about something else. I'm not going to tolerate that. Please, let's move on. Now, item number 5. It is time 121. Conduct public hearings and take all appropriate action on the following.
Wait, whoa. Judge.
Yeah.
This is Commissioner Myers.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Okay. That's my bad. I appreciate that. And okay. At this point, we will move it to the next item, which is always, does any member of the court have any announcement or comments? Please go ahead, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Judge. First of all, I must have missed the meeting in which we changed the policy to require that public comments applications had to be in by 10 o'clock. I got a call from a constituent who had sent a request to your office, to the judge's office, asking for permission to speak on an item. And since he did not have it in by 10 o'clock, he was denied. So obviously he's somewhat upset about it. He has asked me, and I'm a little uncomfortable doing it, to read into the record his comments. And so I am going to do that at this moment. And second of all, one of the things I'll be doing is bringing forward to the court a more specific plan with regard to public comments that comply with state law and with the desire of our residents to speak on behalf of issues that are being taken up by the County Commissioners Court. All right, the gentleman is speaking on agenda item 28B and 29B. And I will just read it verbatim from what he sent to me. Again, I'm a little uncomfortable speaking on behalf of our constituents out here. I prefer that they be able to speak for themselves. But in any event, here we go. My name is Wes Newton. My name is Wes Noonan. I can't read very well. I live in Precinct 3 in Katy, Texas. I am concerned about the closed session item on the epicenter complex. I want to bring attention to the fact that Harris County is currently going through another repeated boondoggle survey with the Astrodome. We do not need to put similar burden on our taxpayers with a long-term financial commitment to an entertainment complex. If taxpayers' money is going to be spent on this type of deal, then the taxpayers need to have a direct vote on the issue, and then the court needs to respect the will of the taxpayers. Harris County isn't doing that. That's why they have this debacle with the Astrodome, a building that's only used for 40 years. The Fort Bend Commissioners Court needs to be transparent in how this is proceeding and have a public discussion. I don't want us to be like Harris County and wasting millions of dollars and saddling future generations on a project we know nothing about. I am respectfully asking the Commissioners Court to hold transparent and full discussions on this moving forward. If not, expect plenty of freedom of information requests to get put into to get that info out to the voters. All right, that is what Mr. Noonan has sent to me, and I agreed to read it on his behalf. It is his words, not mine. So that is all he has to say.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I appreciate Commissioner Myers, since usually it is actually, I believe, 12:30 or 12:45 when we usually meet in person. And the only reason, if anybody did, I will look into it. And we wanted to give people, we don't want to cut anybody off. And if we wanted to give them an opportunity, if they wanted to have a conversation about a specific agenda item, and we always do that. So I will look into it and I will find out what happened. And moving forward, we will, I will see how we can accommodate and even maybe changing time or things of that nature. And we will do that. We will do that.
I'll be making a proposal. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
Judge?
That's good.
Judge,
Yeah,
if I may have a minute?
please go ahead.
Yes. You know, I just want to kind of circle back around to what Beatrice was saying earlier. I want to thank Randy Littner and Beatrice for bringing this training forward. I think it's important. They don't call it unconscious bias. They call it that for a reason, right? We don't even know. These are hidden biases. And I just want to encourage all of our elected officials and our department heads to support this training. Myself, I will be at the training. My staff will be at the training. So let's support it. Thank you.
Sure. Absolutely. Any other member?
Yes, Judge George.
Yes, sir.
Judge George, on the January 22nd, 2021 meeting of the Transportation Policy Council of the Houston Galveston Area Council, I was elected secretary of the board, which puts me in the leadership and in the hierarchy of that important group, which, as you know, helps determine where federal transit and highway funds are spent. Fort Bend County has been represented in the past, and Commissioner James Patterson served as the chair for a couple of years. So that's just an FYI, and I look forward to trying to make sure that we get our share of transportation dollars and that transportation projects around the region are distributed fairly and effectively. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, lady.
Commissioner Prestige, congratulations. And Commissioner Morales, you're the only one who didn't say anything.
I want to know, can you hear me?
Yeah. And I'm sorry we have to move on because we have to keep up the time, and that's why.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Just, we have
I
a
really
technical issue on this end.
Yeah. And so actually, I
hear you. Unfortunately, we can see you. So.
Okay. Now we will move on to the public hearing. It is time 1:28. Conduct public hearing on appropriate action. Public hearing on following matters and take appropriate action. Item number 5A, acceptance of the traffic control plan for Kingdom Heights Section 5, Precinct 1. B, acceptance of the traffic control plan for Grand Vista, Section 22, Precinct 2. C, acceptance of the traffic control plan for Gaston Road at North Light Lane, Precinct 3. D, acceptance of the traffic control plan for Tamaron, Section 14, Precinct 3. E, acceptance of the traffic control plan for Aliana Crickshaw Drive and Reserve, Precinct 4. And so far, nobody from the public signed up to comment on these items. And so I assume that time is passed. And so now I will close this public hearing, and I'm informed that these items are ready for action. Do I have a motion?
Myers, I move approval of 5A, B, C, D, and E.
Morales, second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. At this point, I present it to the Commissioner's Court. Consent agenda items 6 through 17. I'm not aware of any changes.
Myers, move approval of 6 through 17.
Morales, second.
Okay, any discussion? Commissioner Prestige?
Yes, I will be abstaining on item 9D.
Okay, so it's the same motion. Where is our county attorney?
No, it's fine. Judge, we can make the motion.
Okay.
We vote.
So we have a motion, we have a second, and at this point, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? None. Any abstained?
Yeah, abstain. Commissioner Preston abstains on 9D.
Okay, so that means this items except 9D passes unanimously.
And Judge, just in the interest of full disclosure, I had a long-standing relationship with an engineering firm, and because I'm a practicing engineer, that I severed about 2 years ago. I don't know why I'm still abstaining, but just got used to it, and I'm going to keep on abstaining. So, and I think this project is probably one of the last. This is probably one of the last pay applications for this firm on this project. So I won't hold the meeting up anymore.
Yeah, thank you for the clarification. And so, like I said, all item except 9D passes unanimously, and 9D passes 4 A and 1 abstain. And I hope you got it. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
18, Behavioral Health Services. A, take all appropriate action on requests for a new grant-funded position in Behavioral Health Services, Special Projects Coordinator, grade 12, of the Professional Management Policy Group, effective February 9, 2021. Fund Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Grant.
Myers moves approval.
Morales,
Preston second.
Ma'am, you got it? Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries unanimously.
Item B, take all appropriate action on application and resolution to the Office of the Governor, Criminal Justice Division for grant funds in the amount of $48,985.33 for the Infant Toddler Court, Healing the Youngest Victims, with a cash match of $6,750 and an in-kind match of $6,103.20 for a total project cost of $61,838.53 for the term of October 1, 2021 through September 30, 2022. Fund Behavioral Health Services and Court Services.
Myers moves approval.
Morales seconds.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries unanimously.
C, take all appropriate action on application and resolution to the Office of the Governor, Criminal Justice Division for grant funds in the amount of $80,575.25 to enhance services provided by Misdemeanor Mental Health Court with no cash match by the county for the term of October 1, 2021 through September 30, 2022.
Myers moves approval.
Morales second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
19, County Attorney. A, take all appropriate action on request to transfer the amount of $4,950 from non-departmental contingency into property and equipment to allocate funds for the purchase of office furniture for County Attorney.
Myers moves approval.
Morales seconds.
Any discussion?
The
Hearing
apple
none,
crate
all in,
wasn't working out.
what is that?
I said the apple crate wasn't working out.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
B, take all appropriate action on request for direct payment of actual cost commercial move submission in the amount of $7,500 regarding parcel 5 of the OEM expansion project precinct 1, Fund 2020 certificates of obligation.
Morales move for approval.
Prestice second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion, any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
C, take all appropriate action on resolution and order decreeing the acquisition of property to be a public necessity and authorizing the acquisition and payment of compensation by record vote regarding FM 521 North Mobility Bond Project number 17113, Precinct 1.
Yes, Morales moves that Fort Bend County by record vote authorize the use of power of eminent domain to acquire all needed right-of-way for the FM 521 North Project number 17113, Precinct 1, proposed to be situated on lands generally pertinent to FM 521 and bounded between FM 2234 on the north and Highway 6 on the south in Fort Bend County. By adoption of a resolution and order decreeing the acquisition of property to be a public necessity and authorizing the acquisition and payment of compensation for the public purpose of widening, aligning, construction, operation, drainage, and maintenance of the project.
Prestice
Madam
second.
Clerk? Commissioner Prestice second, right? Madam, please go ahead with the record vote.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Prestige, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Myers, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner DeMerchant, how do you vote?
Yes.
Judge George, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion passes. Engineering. A, take all appropriate action on interlocal agreement for county-managed road construction project between Fort Bend County and City of Richmond regarding the construction of FM 762/10th Street, Mobility Bond Project number 13106, Precinct 1.
Morales move for approval.
Prestice second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries unanimously.
Item B, take all appropriate action on interlocal agreement for city-managed mobility project between Fort Bend County and City of Missouri City to extend the contract time of the agreement until March 30, 2022, regarding the construction of Knight Road Extension Mobility Bond Project number 13206, Precinct 2, Fund Mobility Bonds.
Prestich, move approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So motion passes unanimously.
C, take all appropriate action on amendment to interlocal agreement for city-managed mobility project between Fort Bend County and City of Missouri City to extend the contract time of the design phase to begin by March 31, 2021, and the construction phase to begin by July 31, 2021, regarding Sienna Parkway intersections, mobility bond project number 17205, Precinct 2, Fund Mobility Bonds.
Prestich, move approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Item D, take all appropriate action on the acceptance of a 0.1088 acre tract of land conveyed by donation deed from PR2 La Centera LP to Fort Bend County and authorize payment of title policy fees related to such conveyance regarding parcel 219 of Cinco Ranch Turn Lane, mobility bond project number 17314X, Precinct 3. Authorize county clerk to record in the official public records at no cost. Fund Fort Bend County Assistance District Number 1.
Myers moves approval.
Merchant, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item E, take all appropriate action on request for variance to the block length requirements as stated in section 5.5.8.2 of the Fort Bend County Regulations of Subdivisions for Sienna, section 32A and 32B on behalf of Toll-GTIS Property Owner LLC, Precinct 1.
Morales, move for approval.
Prestich, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
F, take all appropriate action on plot for the roads within Sienna, section 32A and 32B, Precinct 1.
Morales, move for approval.
Prestich, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
G, take all appropriate action on plot for the lots within Sienna, section 32A and 32B, Precinct 1.
Morales, move for approval.
Prestich, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
H, take all appropriate action on requests for variance to the sidewalk requirement as stated in section 5.8 of the Fort Bend County Regulations of Subdivisions for McCreary Meadows, section 4, on behalf of LJA Engineering for Ventana McCreary Development Limited, Precinct 3.
Myers moves approval.
Merchant, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
I, take all appropriate action on requests for variance to the sidewalk requirement as stated in section 5.8 of the Fort Bend County Regulations of Subdivisions for Ancera, sections 5 and 6, on behalf of Jones Carter Engineering for KB Home Lone Star Incorporated, Precinct 3.
Myers moves approval.
Merchant, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
21, Health and Human Services, Emergency Medical Service. Take all appropriate action on application of resolution to the Office of the Governor, Criminal Justice Division, for grant funds in the amount of $123,678.12 to expand the mental health and wellness initiative to be administered in collaboration with the Sheriff's Office with a cash match of $47,813.10 for the term of October 1, 2021, September 30, 2022. Fund Emergency Medical Service.
Merchant, move for approval.
Myers, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries unanimously.
22, Human Resources, take all appropriate action on request to reclassify vacant position number 4121-0006 in the Human Resources Department from Senior HR Generalist grade 13 of the Professional Management Policy Group to HR Generalist Compensation grade 12 of the Professional Management Policy Group, effective February 13, 2021.
Myers moves approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
23, Parks and Recreation, take all appropriate action on agreement for professional tree services between Fort Bend County and the Tree Truckers Incorporated for tree transplanting services throughout the county effective through December 31, 2025.
Myers moves approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
24, Purchasing A, take all appropriate action on bid 21-038 for traffic signal installation for Claudine Road at West Belford Boulevard, Dunn Road and Bridge.
Request to award to the low bidder, Third Coast Services in the amount of $260,410.35.
Move approval of Third Coast Services. Myers.
Emergent, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
B, take all appropriate action on bid 21-039 for the construction on Brant Road from McCrary Road to Precinct Line Road, Phase 1, Mobility Bond Project number 17310.
Request to award to low bidder All Good Construction Co. Inc. in the amount of $1,698,735.27.
Myers moves approval of All Good Construction. Richmond, Texas.
Emergent, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Everybody said it? Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item C, take all appropriate action on bid 21-046 term contract for the purchase of ammunition.
Request to award to low bid per line item.
So moved. Myers.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
D, take all appropriate action on request to add services to bid 17-007, term contract for armored car service to increase the contract by $539.08 per month for a total monthly amount of $14,781.49, fund non-departmental.
Myers moves approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
E, take all appropriate action on request to renew bid 20-064 term contract for stationery printing and supplies with price increases from Reflection Printing.
Morales, move for approval.
Myers seconds.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
F, take all appropriate action on purchasing cooperative interlocal agreement between Fort Bend County and Brazoria County Emergency Services District Number 3.
Morales, move for approval.
Do I have a second?
Press second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
G, take all appropriate action on First Amendment to subrecipient agreement between Fort Bend County and Texana Center in the amount of $523,330 for a total contract amount not to exceed $577,330 to provide day shelter and rapid rehousing through the Emergency Solutions Grants Program, COVID-19. part of the FY 2019 Consolidated Annual Action Plan substantial amendment approved by Commissioners Court on November 10, 2020 and December 15, 2020. Fund Emergency Solutions Grant COVID-19.
Morales, move for approval.
Prestice, second.
Any discussion? And I have a question. I don't know who is available to answer. Is that Paige, you have an answer?
I hope so, Judge.
Yeah. So this is something, the amount we are increasing simply because of COVID. There is a higher need. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. And to be honest, for additional background information on that of the actual increases, I would need to pull in Carol, the Director of Community Development.
Okay. Is she available?
Charles, is Carol on the call today?
No, she's not on the call today.
Okay. Okay. With that, I will move on. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item H, and please note precinct 2 should be removed from this item. Take all appropriate action on recommendations for the selections of the most highly qualified providers of engineering and surveying services for the 2020 mobility projects with precincts 1 and 4 pursuant to Government Code Section 2254.0004.
Merchant, move for approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Yeah, go ahead.
Who are the
Commissioner.
providers? Do you have specific engineering firms?
It's a long list.
Okay, so it's a list.
It's the 2020 mobility list.
Okay. The two that y'all have submitted.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Beautiful. Okay. With that, assuming there is no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item I, take all appropriate action on change order 5 final to the agreement between Fort Bend County and Conrad Construction to increase the contract by $6,623.98 for a total amount not to exceed $2,470,356.95, and to extend the contract time until October 9, 2020, pursuant to bid number 19-084 regarding Braxton Street Mobility Bond Project number 13116X Precinct 1 Fund Mobility Bonds.
Morales, move for approval.
Prestice, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item J, take all appropriate action on agreement for professional environmental services between Fort Bend County and Bio West Incorporated for an amount not to exceed $5,500 pursuant to SOQ 14-025 regarding environmental services for projects funded by landfill tipping fees within Precinct 1. Fund landfill tipping fees.
Morales, move for approval.
Prestice, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item K, take all appropriate action on Fourth Amendment to agreement for professional engineering services between Fort Bend County and McDonough Engineering Corporation to increase the contract by $17,010 for a total contract amount not to exceed $673,413.60 pursuant to SOQ 14-025 regarding Benton Road Segment 1 Mobility Bond Project number 17110 Precinct 1 Fund Mobility Bonds.
Morales, move for approval.
Prestice, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
L, take all appropriate action on amendment to agreement for professional engineering services between Fort Bend County and IDS Engineering Group to increase the contract by $856,412 for a total contract amount not to exceed $1,278,912 pursuant to SOQ 14-025 regarding Harlem Road Mobility Bond Project number 17402 Precinct 4 Fund Mobility Bonds.
The merchant, move for approval.
Myers, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
25, Sheriff's Office. A, take all appropriate action on grant application and resolution to the FY 2022 Criminal Justice Division of the Office of the Governor Justice Assistance Grant, requesting $79,602 for law enforcement equipment dedicated toward reducing trafficking on major thoroughfares with no cash match for the time period of October 1, 2021 through September 30, and that should read 2022.
Okay.
Myers moves approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item B, take all appropriate action on application and resolution to the Office of the Governor Criminal Justice Division for grant funds in the amount of $59,021.60 for continuation of the Victim Case Coordination Program with a 20% cash match of $14,755.40 for a total cost of $73,777 for the grant period of October 1, 2021 through September 30, 2022, Fund Sheriff's Office.
Myers moves approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
26, approved bills.
Ed, are you there?
Myers moves approve the
No.
bills.
No, actually, Ed, where are you? Maybe there is no bill.
Yeah, they got bills.
But he got it. Ed, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, submit for court approval bills totaling $157,076,798.96 with routine operating disbursements totaling $9,508,538.95.
Morales, move for approval.
Precious, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
27, authorize county auditor to pay and release time-sensitive disbursements on February 18, 2021, to be ratified by Commissioners Court on February 23, 2021.
Morales, move for approval.
Precious, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
28, meeting closed session to deliberate the following matters as authorized by the Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, consultation with attorney. A, U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, complaint number 171-76-19, Title VI, investigation of Fort Bend County Courts. B, development of the Fort Bend County Epicenter Complex. C, cause number 20-CCB-068006, Fort Bend County, Texas. V, Vincent Morales Jr. et al. For parcel 1 of the OEM expansion project, precinct 1. D, cause number 20-CCV-067766, Fort Bend County, Texas. V, Mark Aaron Ward individually and as the heir of Derwin J. Ward, deceased et al. South Post Oak Project 13112, Precinct 1.
Thank you, ma'am. At this point, Commissioners Court will stand in recess and we will turn our attention to Drainage District. I call to order the Fort Bend County Drainage District Board of Directors meeting today, Tuesday, February 9, 2021, time 1:56. Go ahead, ma'am.
Item 2, approve minutes of meeting held on February 2, 2021.
Myers moves approval of the minutes.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item 3, record into minutes a copy of the public notice pursuant to Texas Tax Code Section 312.302, which was published on January 29, 2021, advising of the intention of Fort Bend County Drainage District to amend the tax abatement agreement with Cutlass Solar LLC, located within Fort Bend County Reinvestment Zone number 23, in accordance with Texas Code Section 312.207C.
Morales, move for approval.
Press second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item 4, set public hearing on the guidelines and criteria for granting tax abatement agreements in Fort Bend County Drainage District pursuant to Section 312.002C1 of the Texas Tax Code, to be conducted on Tuesday, February 23, 2021 at 1 p.m. Due to emergency conditions, the public hearing may be conducted by telephone or video conference.
Morales, move for approval.
Do I have a second?
Press
second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
5, approve request for historic site property tax exemption from the Drainage District for the Darst Home, located at 300 South 9th Street in Richmond, Texas for tax year 2021.
Morales, move for approval.
Press second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
6, approve transfer in the amount of $300,000 as detailed on auditor's form dated January 21, 2021, to allocate funds from flood contingency into Brazos River Erosion Control Project number 21001X.
Demerchant, move for approval.
Myers, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
7, take all appropriate action on bid 21-050 for a rough terrain forklift. Fund advance funding resolution.
Request to award to only bidder Dar Equipment LP in the amount of $111,733.24.
Myers moves approval.
Morales, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. With that, do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Myers moves to adjourn.
With no objection, this meeting of Drainage District, Fort Bend County Drainage District is now adjourned, and we will meet. Of course, Commissioners Court will stand in recess, and we will meet in closed session in 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, and you have to go live, right?
And we're live.
Okay, Madam. Okay, first of all, give me 1 second. And I just wanted to, Michelle, you wanted to share the closed session item, closed session timing, start and end time?
Yes, Judge.
Mhm.
Closed session started at 2:06 p.m. and concluded at 2:23 p.m.
Okay. With that, Madam Clerk, please go ahead.
29, reconvene open session and consider taking action on the following matters. Section 551.071, consultation with attorney. A, U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, complaint number 171-76-19, Title VI, investigation of Fort Bend County Courts.
This is for information only. There is no action.
Item B, development of the Fort Bend County Epicenter Complex.
And that is also information only, no action.
Item C, cause number 20-CCV-068006, Fort Bend County, Texas, v. Vincent Morales Jr. et al. For parcel 1 of the OEM expansion project precinct 1.
Yes, Your Honor. I move that the county attorney be authorized to pay to the landowners, Vincent Morales Jr. and Patsy Plata, an additional sum of $3,000 each as part of a negotiated settlement in parcel 1 of the OEM expansion project in the total amount of $146,000 in addition to all costs and expenses necessary to effectuate such purchase, that the county judge or the county attorney be authorized to execute and deliver any and all associated settlement documents, pleadings, and related instruments to effectuate such settlement. The fund would be the 2020 certificates of obligation.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Meyer, second.
Okay. Is that any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item D, cause number 20-CCV-067766, Fort Bend County, Texas, v. Mark Aaron Ward, individually and as the heir of Derwin J. Ward, deceased et al. South Post Road Project 13112, Precinct 1.
Your Honor, I move that the county attorney be authorized to pay certain individually negotiated distinct amounts to acquire certain partial ownership interests held by certain individual defendants, actual and/or presumptive co-tenants of the land, in a condemnation suit bearing cause number 20 CCB 067766, style Fort Bend County, Texas versus Mark Aaron Ward, individually, and as the heir of Derwin J. Ward, deceased, et al., South Post Oak Project 13112, Precinct 1. And that the county judge and or its designee be authorized to draw all such acquisition funds from the funding source referenced below, and the county attorney and her designee be authorized to exchange such acquisition funds for a quitclaim deed and any and all further instruments, documents, and or pleadings deemed necessary by the county attorney and or her designee to effectuate the full acquisition by the county of the interest or purported interest of such defendant in the land under condemnation as described in such suit. The total acquisition amounts authorized to obtain the individual defendant's entire individual respective ownership interest, if any, are set forth in the proposed order totaling $4,010 in the aggregate. And that funding source is 762-62-2888-63000 P622-14 South Post Oak 23600.
Wow.
Okay, that's a long motion. Good. Thank you, Commissioner. Do I have a second?
Meyer, second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries unanimously. With that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Myers, move to adjourn.
With no objection, this meeting of Commissioners Court is now adjourned. And I've been told that there are numerous plaques needed signatures. So you could stop by at your convenience and complete that formality. And thank you and have a nice day, sir. All of you.
Thank you.